what we should look at carefully is that yoga is not merely physical exercises. There are other kinds of physical exercises, gymnastics and so on, which are good for the body. But yoga, why is yoga different? Because yoga, while it also helps the body to maintain its health levels and follows a principle that with a healthy body you can also acquire a healthy mind. Imagine a suffering person cannot even meditate. So a healthy body also can gradually develop into a healthy mind. The main difference between ordinary physical exercise and yoga is that yoga deals first, of course, physiologically there is the system of pranayama. We will come to that later. Yoga deals with the endocrine system of glands, the ductless glands which are in the human body. Everybody has them. You know, when I say I am in a good mood, what happens is a little bit of serotonin has been released on command from the pituitary gland into our system. Serotonin, or a little amount of dopamine, which too much you might see illusions. So they feel goodness factor, I feel good. Now yoga is designed, yoga's breathing as well as the techniques are designed for the yogi to be able to release these hormones from the endocrine glands at will. The yogi can adjust his mood. Now, I'll give you one example. If you're a person who is continuously getting angry, and if you decide that I need to get rid of it, yeah, that is the first step. I have to decide this is not good for me. It's not doing anything. The first step, of course, is that. Without that, the second step won't work. So I decide. Now I can give you an asana which will help you to get rid of it. First you have taken the decision, then Matsyasana. Now what happens in Matsyasana? Matsyasana is basically you sit in Padmasana and then you go backwards and fall. I mean you lie down in Padmasana, curve your back and hold your toes with your hands stretched. It gives an excellent massage to your adrenal glands. And if you continue to do this regularly, after a month you will realize that you have better hold of anger than before. Why? Because the adrenaline pumping system has been nicely controlled. What happens when you are angry? Adrenaline is pumped into the bloodstream. Now here that massage, that muscle relaxation and tightening here helps to control this so that it's not too much, there is no excess. All problems are because of excess or not at all. And yoga is the middle path. Krishna says that beautifully in the Gita to Arjuna. He says, this yoga is not for him who eats too much or eats too little or sleeps too much or sleeps too little. It's this one. Now you do the Sarvangasana. What happens in Sarvangasana? There's a good blood flow into your brain. Because normally we are always with the head up and feet down. When you sleep, of course, you lie down, but still it's halfway. The reverse of standing on your feet is standing on your head. So when you do Sarvangasana, or if you are good at Shirsasana, which is not so easy to do, what happens is the circulation of blood is more in this system. Then the pineal gland and the pituitary gland get maximum functioning. And these are the master glands that control your whole mind. So the mind also becomes quiet. You know, when people are agitated, they go and have a drink, alcohol. Why? Because the central nervous system is depressed for a while, so you are not agitated. Here, instead of that, you are actually getting your central nervous system in perfect shape so that there is no more agitation in the mind. This I am talking about the physiological aspect. Plus, when you do pranayama, you fill your lungs with oxygen. And in Kriya Yoga, all your cells are filled with oxygen. So, automatically, it's a mood enhancer. Okay, having said that, there are people with devotional tendencies who have great devotion to God, whatever deity they worship. Now, for such people, you will find even after this COVID and post-COVID, many people who have faith in such, in God or a divine being, have suffered less mentally than others. Because when you have no belief, you have nothing to cling to. When you are in a desperate state, you don't know what to do. So, therefore, Bhakti Yoga is also very important. Nothing is mechanical, feeling is very important. So, if you have deep in your heart the feeling that there is a blessed being who looks after me and who actually, lucky for me, resides in my own heart, Antaryami, then the mind gets completely calm, quiet, tranquil and peaceful. When the mind becomes peaceful, when there is wellness of mind, the recovery of the body is also accelerated. Because then the cells begin to work better. They are filled with hope and faith. Don't think that the cells are in, every cell has an intelligence in itself. If you notice, when a disease comes, the white blood corpuscles suddenly begin to act. When a foreign thing tries to enter the cell puts up a defense. So even an independent little cell has its own mechanisms. Although in our human system they are all coordinated by the Sahasrara, as we call in yoga, the Sahasrara.